You remind me of my good friend John, who I used to be roommates with, who fucking loves to fight. And I'm not saying you love to fight, but I'm saying when it comes down to it, he just has this way about him that there's no bones about it. Like, he's just there's gonna be a fight. If he's like crossed that threshold to where it's like you've provoked him enough or if you've done something, he's not gonna make it. It's not gonna be ambiguous as to whether he wants to lick your hand or punch you in the face. It's gonna come down to like he's gonna crack you. And like I've seen him fight. I've been in fights with him a bunch, and like he started, dude. Like this guy, he's like a Navy SEAL when it comes to fighting. Like he has his plan set out like from early in the night.
He puts out a bell. You can ring that any time and walk away and forfeit.
Yeah, like the shit is ready to go. Like the first time he was in a fight. This is just funny because. It made me think of something earlier. Well, anyways, this guy was being a dick to his friend the whole night. This is like a very, docile, guy that's like, unassuming. You wouldn't think he'd cause any trouble, but this guy's making fun of him. It's in the bar area. It's like, hey, look at this geek, blah, blah, blah. Right. So the whole night, John's eyeing this guy, just like waiting for him to make one more crack against his friend, and he's going to fucking, knock him out on his ass. The guy doesn't. But we all go to this spot afterwards called Pluck You. It's it's chicken place. So we all go there. Everybody's drunk. It's like late at night, and we're all in line. There's a different kid not associated with us in line, right? This dickhead kid from earlier is in line also. He sees this kid in front of us that's not associated with us and starts making fun of him too.
He doesn't see you, or he does whatever.
No, he doesn't know who we are. He doesn't know who we are because we haven't confronted him yet about fucking with our friend earlier. We didn't confront him. So John's like, I'm gonna fucking crack him. I'm like, all right, cool.
Like how fucking with him?
Like,
faggot.
Just like, hey, douchebag, nice, shirt or whatever, like this. It's like saying shit like that.
From
making
where?
Just he's a drunk asshole at a college. There's plenty of them. Right. So we walk outside. The kids out there. We're all outside having our snacks. And there's entire...
I love how snacks is the word.
Yeah, I know. We're all having our yummy gummies. And
let me tell you about this motherfucker.
So Mom drops by the soda pop, and then we fucking kick this movie. No, so we're outside, and John's just like, he just totally just makes a beeline for this guy. He's like, hey. He's like, you having fun tonight? And the guy's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, that's good. And he goes, he goes, this is fun too. And he slaps the kid across the fucking face. He just slaps him, dude. And the kid's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, yeah, it's a fucking joke. And then my friend leans back and he goes, bam! And headbutts the kid right on the fucking head. Up. His head snaps back and nails the fucking glass. The dude, falls down. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, it's a joke. My buddy's like, yeah, it's a joke. Come on, we're all laughing. And like that's how he starts the fight. He slaps the dude and he's like, what's that, a joke? And he's like, yeah. Bam! Headbutts the motherfucker. And it's just, and starting to, and then he beat the shit out of him.
Does the guy fight back at all?
Oh, no, yeah, he got back and he actually was a wrestler. So it was it was interesting for a second because he had him in a lock. Right. And then he bit my fucking friend's hand really badly. What? And like a bitch. Like that's a pretty bitch move, right?
Sure.
And then whatever. Then my friend got back up and got him a headlock and choked him out. But it was just like, and he's headbutted every.
I'm sorry. At what point? I don't know that I can have this control. At what point do you know, yeah, it's understood I choked him out? Like, well, maybe I'm not done yet. You know what I mean?
I was the mediator of the fight.
Do you check his hand like it's real wrestling?
I was actually, this sounds cheesy, but I was the guy that was there. Like, other people were trying to jump in and fight, and I looked at everybody, and I was like, listen, man. I was like, if y'all want to jump in, then we're all going to jump in. But right now, it's between these two motherfuckers, so let them have it out. And then so everybody stood back and was kind of respectful, which was cool, and let them do their thing. But... I just gotta say, he loves every fight I've seen him start off with. Every one of them starts with a fucking headbutt, and he's got a noggin like the size of a watermelon, dude. The motherfucker's got like a cantaloupe between his shoulders, and it just levels people. Like he did this other time, like this girl was getting out of a cab, and this girl, he was sending this girl home on a date.
And him and the girl were going for the same cab. Yeah. He's like, well, why don't you take it? With his hands, he's nice, and then headbutt her in the face.
No, he's going to put her in a cab, right, to send her home chivalrously and all this. Right. And some guy gets out and fucking tries to snake her cab, and he opens the door. He's like, hey, asshole. He's like, get out. And he's like, what? This guy's all drunk, right? He's like, what? Fuck you, man. He's like, fuck me? He's like, get out, man. He's like, no, I fucking got it. He's like, no, this is for my girl. Get the fuck out. So the guy's like, he's on his cell phone, right? This guy's a Guido guy. Gets out. He's like, what the fuck you say to me? And John didn't say anything, dude. He just walks up to him, and he goes, dink, and he headbutts this guy. And then his head snaps back. Then he hits the cab that's waiting in line behind us with the back of his head. John picks him up after he's on the ground and like beats the shit out of him. The cops and ambulance come. The kid had, and then this is the best part. Like John's really good tie that he liked got really bloody by it, right? And was at the
necktie.
Yeah, his necktie was at the area, like the scene of the crime. So after he beat the shit out of him, like cops and all ambulances are coming. So he ran around the corner, and then John's like, "I need that tie, dude. That's my favorite tie." I was like, "I got you, bro." So I went back around to the scene of the crime. The guy's on a stretcher getting ready to put in the ambulance, and I walk up to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. I was like, "Hey, dude, you all right, man?" And he didn't have any idea who I was. And he's like, "Yeah." And the necktie is like right on his shoulder. I was like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And as I slide my hand off his shoulder, I grab the necktie and I walk away. I bring it back to John, and he has it as a memento now. It's got blood all over it, and guys are sick that way.
It's lovely.
I gotta learn the power of the noggin. I want to go to classes and learn the headbutt, but that's all I want. Like, you're here for self-defense? Yeah, sure. Okay, so we'll teach you the basic stance. No.
No.
I only need the headbutt lesson.
KeithAndTheGirl.com